Mobile Device Management, MDM. Minus device configurations. Corporate. Bring your own device, BYOD. Minus policy enforcement. Minus corporate applications. Think of Mobile Device Management, or MDM, as the invisible command center that keeps a massive fleet of smartphones and tablets secure, compliant, and productive. In the traditional IT world, if a company bought a laptop, a technician would manually configure it before handing it to the user. But in the modern mobile era, an enterprise might have 10,000 employees scattered across the globe, each using a mix of iPhones, iPads, and Android devices. Manual configuration is impossible. MDM is the centralized software solution that allows a single administrator to configure, secure, update, and track thousands of devices simultaneously over the air. For the CompTIA A+ exam, you must understand how MDM handles the delicate balance between corporate security and user privacy, especially when the device in question belongs to the employee, not the company. Part 1, Device Configurations. Who owns the hardware? Before an MDM profile is pushed to a device, the organization must establish the rules of ownership. The level of control a technician has depends entirely on who purchased the hardware. One corporate-owned devices in this model, the organization purchases the smartphone or tablet. Because the company legally owns the hardware, the MDM has 100% control over the operating system. The technician can see every app installed, track the exact GPS location 24/7, and completely wipe the entire device at any time. There is no expectation of privacy for the user. COPE, corporate-owned, personally enabled. This is a popular subset where the company buys the device and heavily manages it, but allows the employee to use it as their personal daily phone, allowing them to download personal games or take family photos. CYOD, choose your own device. To keep employees happy, the company provides a catalog of approved devices, e.g., choose an iPhone 15 or a Galaxy S24. The company pays for it and manages it, but the user gets the hardware they prefer. 2. Bring your own device, BYOD. This is the most common and most difficult configuration for an IT department to manage. In a BYOD environment, the employee buys and owns the device, but they want to use it to check their corporate email or access company files. To gain access to the corporate network, the user must willingly download and install the company's MDM profile. The privacy challenge. Because the user owns the hardware, the company cannot legally track their GPS location on the weekend, nor can they view the user's personal text messages. The MDM must be configured to manage only the corporate data, leaving the personal data untouched. Part 2, Policy Enforcement, the digital leash. Once a device is enrolled in the MDM, it must follow the rules. Policy enforcement is how an administrator ensures that a phone taking a trip to a coffee shop doesn't result in a massive corporate data breach. As a technician, you will use the MDM to push out policies that alter how the hardware and software behave. 1 passcode and biometric security. Users are notoriously lazy with security. Without MDM, a user might not use a lock screen at all. The MDM enforces a policy that says, this device must have a 6-digit alphanumeric passcode, it must autolock after 30 seconds of inactivity, and biometric unlock, Face ID, is mandatory. 2 hardware restrictions. An MDM can actually disable the physical hardware on the phone. If employees work in a highly classified government facility or a secret research lab, the MDM can send a command that completely disables the smartphone's camera and microphone, preventing corporate espionage. 3 geofencing, location-based policies. This is one of the most powerful MDM features. You can draw an invisible geofence around your office building on a digital map. When the user's phone GPS reports it has entered the fence, The MDM automatically connects the phone to the secure corporate Wi-Fi and disables the camera. When the user leaves the building for the day and crosses outside the fence, the camera turns back on, and the corporate email app is locked down until they return. For Data Loss Prevention, DLP. This policy prevents accidental or malicious data leaks. DLP rules can prevent a user from highlighting a sensitive corporate email, hitting copy, and then pasting that text into their personal Twitter app or a text message to a friend. Part 3, Corporate Applications, Containerization. An organization doesn't want to rely on employees to manually go to the App Store, search for the correct corporate VPN or secure messaging app, and figure out how to configure it. 1. Pushing applications. Through the MDM, an administrator can silently push corporate applications directly to the user's home screen. The moment the user powers on the device, the apps install themselves, completely pre-configured with the correct server addresses and security certificates. 2. Whitelists and blacklists. If the device is corporate-owned, the MDM can dictate exactly what software is allowed to run. Whitelist, the user can only install apps that are explicitly on the approved list. If it isn't on the list, the phone rejects the installation. Blacklist, the user can install anything they want, except for the apps on the ban list, for example, banning specific social media apps or insecure file-sharing tools. 3. The corporate container. Sandboxing. How do you manage apps on a BYOD personal phone? You use a technology called containerization, sometimes referred to as Mobile Application Management, or MAM. The MDM creates a secure, encrypted bubble or vault on the employee's personal phone. All corporate apps, email, calendar, internal documents are installed inside this vault. The user's personal apps, Netflix, personal Gmail, games, live outside the vault. The two sides cannot talk to each other. This ensures that a malicious app the user downloaded on their personal time cannot peek into the secure corporate container to steal data. Part 4, the nuclear option, remote wipe. The ultimate nightmare for any IT department is a lost or stolen device that contains sensitive customer data or corporate secrets. The MDM provides the ultimate fail-safe. 1. The remote lock and alarm. If an employee calls the help desk and says, "I left my phone in a taxi," the technician's first move is a remote lock. This instantly changes the passcode on the phone, locking out whoever finds it. The technician can also trigger an unmutable alarm to help the user locate the device if it's just buried in a couch cushion. 2. The full device wipe. If the device is corporate-owned and confirmed stolen, the technician clicks the remote wipe button. The MDM sends a signal over the cellular network that instantly deletes the encryption keys, permanently erasing the entire operating system, all apps, and all data, turning the device back to its factory default state. 3. The corporate wipe, selective wipe. If the device is a BYOD personal phone and the employee quits the company or is fired, you cannot legally perform a full device wipe. You have no right to delete their personal vacation photos or their private text messages. Instead, the technician issues a corporate wipe. This command targets only the encrypted container we discussed earlier. It instantly deletes the corporate email, the VPN, and the company files, completely severing the device from the organization while leaving the user's personal data perfectly intact. Summary for the professional technician. To dominate the MDM questions on your exam, remember these core principles. Ownership dictates control. Corporate-owned devices allow for full control and monitoring. BYOD devices require strict separation of personal and business data. Policies enforce security. You can mandate complex passcodes, use geofencing for location-based security, and restrict hardware like cameras. Containerization protects data. Corporate apps and data are locked inside an encrypted vault to prevent mixing with unsecure personal apps. The remote wipe is the fail-safe. Use a full wipe for lost corporate devices and a selective corporate wipe when a BYOD employee leaves the company.